widespread human rights abuses in Xinjiang. The mainstream media tells us there's a new report from an expert researcher, a guy named, never mind, his name doesn't really matter because he's never even been to Xinjiang. In his latest report, they typed a typo, comparing a 2.1% to 8.7% use of IUDs by Uyghur women, but it was printed as 80%. It still hasn't been corrected. Now that report is on this ominous, sharp decrease in birth rates in Hotan County. However, Uyghur birth rates were already 2.5 times higher than Han Chinese birth rates. And two, Han Chinese families living there also had a sharp decrease in birth rates over the same time. Oops. Why did you leave that part out of the report? Because it shines a light on your lies. The GDP of Xinjiang has blossomed. 33 million passengers went through 21 airports in Xinjiang in 2018. The Uyghur population has doubled and is more prosperous than ever. The lower birth rates are exactly in line with what happens in modern societies all over the world. We also see this in education with enrollments in colleges and institutions. They're up 50% these past several years. Does any of this sound like cultural genocide? Are you wondering about Muslim religious freedom there? It is everywhere in daily life, with somewhere over 20,000 mosques. And yes, Uyghur children of poor families and convicted criminals are required to go to school, and children in Europe and America are required to go to school too. This is normal. Next, there's a video floating around of 300 blindfolded prisoners from Kasha prison transferred at a train station. So what? Yes, they are convicted prisoners in restraints, but there's absolutely nothing about that video to indicate anything else. Yet, the accusations fly. Finally, prisoners all over the world labor at low wages. Claims of regular citizens in forced labor have been quickly investigated and refuted. Tian Yun, vice director of the Beijing Economic Operations Association, told Global Times he inspected many Xinjiang factories. Over 70 companies were checked. Foxconn, Yidong Electronics, Apple, Volkswagen. It's just another smear campaign. Now there's one more character in our story, Omer Kanat. He's the chairman of the World Uyghur Congress. And at their recent conference, he was asked by a journalist where the number 1 million innocent Uyghurs in concentration camps came from.
This number was given to, by some or even some Western media estimates.
His answer? Well, it was given to us by Western media. We don't know exactly. Astounding. Reason and Truth is not a propaganda disinformation campaign. It's just me telling the world, you're lying, you're wrong. Life for the Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang, it's better than ever. By the way, Mike Pompeo could easily come and find out because he's been invited to visit anytime.